Let's set the stage. Google's acquisition of Wiz at $32 billion isn't just the biggest deal Google has ever made. It's one of the largest tech acquisitions in history, full stop. To put that in perspective, Google bought YouTube for $1.65 billion back in 2006. It bought Motorola for $12.5 billion in 2012. Wiz nearly doubles that. So what did Google just buy, and why did they pay that much? That's exactly what Shardul Shah of Index Ventures, one of Wiz's earliest backers, broke down in a rare, candid conversation. If you're not deep in the enterprise tech world, Wiz might not be a household name. But in cybersecurity circles, it's a rocket ship. Founded in 2020 by 4 former Microsoft cloud security veterans, Wiz built a cloud security platform that exploded in adoption. We're talking $0 to $100 million in annual recurring revenue in just 18 months. The fastest any software company has ever hit that milestone. Their pitch? Instead of bolt-on security tools, Wiz gives you a unified view of your entire cloud environment and surfaces the risks that actually matter. Simple concept. Insanely hard to execute. They nailed it. Shardul Shah at Index Ventures was in the room early. And when he unpacks this deal, the first thing he emphasizes is conviction. Specifically, how hard it was to see Wiz's potential before the numbers validated it. He describes a founding team that was almost unreasonably obsessed with solving cloud security the right way, not the easy way. Shah also points out something crucial. Wiz wasn't just growing fast, it was growing with the right customers. Fortune 500 companies, critical infrastructure. The kinds of clients that don't switch vendors easily. And that makes the revenue incredibly sticky. That stickiness is a huge part of why Google was willing to pay such a jaw-dropping premium. Here's the strategic angle that makes this acquisition make sense. Google Cloud is in a 3-way war with AWS and Microsoft Azure. And it's in third place. Microsoft has a massive security advantage because of its deep enterprise relationships and tools like Defender and Sentinel. AWS has market share dominance. Google Cloud? It's been playing catch-up. Buying Wiz doesn't just add a product. It potentially reshuffles the entire competitive deck. Wiz works across all cloud platforms, meaning Google gets to plant its flag in AWS and Azure environments too. It's not just a defensive move, it's an offensive one. And Shah makes the point that timing matters. The window to acquire a company at this trajectory doesn't stay open forever. Okay, let's talk valuation, because $32 billion demands scrutiny. At the time of acquisition, Wiz was reportedly on track for around $500 million in ARR and growing fast. That puts the acquisition multiple at roughly 64 times forward revenue. That is not cheap. But Shah argues the math works when you zoom out. First, Wiz's growth rate means that multiple compresses quickly over time. Second, the strategic value to Google Cloud, both in winning new customers and defending existing ones, is worth far more than any revenue multiple suggests. And third, in a world where AI workloads are exploding and every enterprise is moving more sensitive data to the cloud, security isn't a nice to have anymore. It's the product. So what does the future look like post-acquisition? A few things to watch. 1. Will Wiz remain multi-cloud, or will Google slowly make it a Google Cloud exclusive? That decision alone will determine whether this acquisition is a home run or a fumble. 2. Regulatory scrutiny. Big tech acquisitions are under the microscope right now, and a $32 billion deal is going to get a very close look from regulators on both sides of the Atlantic. And 3, talent retention. Wiz's founders and engineers are the secret sauce. Keeping them energized inside a corporate giant is a challenge every massive acquisition faces. Shah is optimistic, but he's clear-eyed. Integration is where billion-dollar deals go to die. And this one has no room for error.